Gotta, I hate that, just like that. My vent is over there messed up. Let me get my holder for my phone, and then we'll do some freaking makeup. And also, I'm having like a pain in my foot, man. I think it's because I'm like stepping on my tippy toes because I have like a hurt heel. And my foot, man, it's like the arch of my foot is starting to hurt. Have you ever heard of plantar fasciitis or something like that? I think this was called. I'm probably not saying it right. But I had that a couple of years ago, and that's exactly what this feels like, dude. It hurts so bad. Try to find my brush. Hold on, guys. And then I'll be right over.
New visitor.
And we can talk about the drama of it all. Because, you know, there's always got to be some kind of drama. Okay, so I am literally feel like I'm in such a better place than I've ever been in my whole entire life, you guys. And I feel like I'm coming full circle with so much stuff that I struggled with for so long. It smells really good if y'all haven't tried it. So what I mean by this is I made a video just now about KT, and I'm not going to say the word, you guys, because I just don't want to say the word because I don't want to get banned. And TikTok is infamous for banning people that talk about it, okay? So, okay, first I want to open up the floor by saying I support all pathways to recovery. Okay, I'm a person who is utilizing medication-assisted treatment as my path, so I do not judge anyone's path, whether you're using medical marijuana, KT, methadone, Suboxone, Sublocade, Vivitrol, abstinence, Ibogaine. I support you 100%. I just want you to have a better life, man. I just don't want you to die from the disease of addiction. Straight up, okay? But there's one thing that I've noticed within the community here online, and that is the undeniable denial that people have when they're attached to a medication or a substance, whether it be a plant, a food, a medication, or an illegal substance. And the reason why I can relate to this is because I used to be the same way. I used to be the same way about Suboxone. If you said one thing negative about Suboxone, blocked right away, right? Because I was not ready to hear the truth. I wasn't ready to hear it. 4 years ago, I wasn't ready to hear the truth. If you came onto my account and you told me Suboxone, some people are addicted to Suboxone, I would argue with you and say, no, they're not. People don't get addicted to Suboxone. Yeah, some people do. Some people absolutely do abuse their Suboxone. If you came on my account and said, my opinion is you're not in recovery on Suboxone, I would absolutely block you, right? I still believe that you can be in recovery and utilize Suboxone or KT or medical marijuana, but I have opened my mind to other people's opinions and point of views, because the only way we can help people is if we're honest and step out of the shadows of denial, okay? For a long time, I wouldn't allow anyone else to share their point of view with me because I was so attached to Suboxone, and it saved my life. It saved my life. It helped save my life. I saved my own life, but you know what I'm saying? It helped me. I would not hear what anyone else had to say about Suboxone. And quite recently, within the last 6 months to a year, I've experienced the same thing with the K community. It's like don't tell the truth about our amazing plant that we want to call a food that people form dependencies and even addictions to. You know, and I totally understand where you're coming from, because I used to be the same way about Suboxone. So I understand it. But the reason why I'm coming on here to talk about it with you guys today is because I'm coming full circle, man. I'm coming out of the denial, dude. I'm coming out, hey, Shell, I'm coming out of the shadows of denial about Suboxone. And I know each person comes out of the shadows of denial at their own, pace. Suboxone is an amazing medication that saves so many people's lives. But if I came on here and I said, there's no negative side effects or no negative things that go along with Suboxone, I would be completely lying, dude. Completely lying. And I used to honestly believe that. I had myself brainwashed that there was no negatives to Suboxone, only positives, right? And that's because I was so attached to it, and it helped me so much. And I didn't want anybody to attack my sacred medication that helped me save my life. And I see that same thing going on within the communities here online, whether it be medical marijuana, KT, people that use ketamine or other things to get off of different drugs. At the end of the day, if you want to be abstinent from these substances, eventually you're going to have to pay the piper, man. And I know because I'm experiencing the piper as we speak. Okay? Eventually, you're going to have to get serious about slowly tapering off, or get serious about putting yourself into a detox, or get serious about never coming off of it, whether it be subs, kratom, medical marijuana, okay? Lexapro, Wellbutrin, anything. If you want to be without that substance in your body, you are going to have to get serious about coming off of it. And I just feel like, man, I put out so much content that was around Suboxone that was so one-sided, man. And I feel like I owe people more of an explanation of why I was like that. And like I said, it was because I didn't know any other way, man. Like, imagine going and imagine trying to get sober for over 10 years and going in and out of treatment centers, in and out of AA and NA, and not being able to maintain sobriety. And then after 10 years of trying to get sober off and on, you find this magic, medication, Suboxone, or this magic plant, KT, or medical marijuana. And it's literally helping you save your life, right? So, of course, you're protective over it, which I totally understand, because I was the same way about subs. But, at one point in time, you got to, make a change if you want to ever come off, right? If you ever want to be without it, all right? And my sister will even tell you, she's in here saying, I love Mary Jane. She is dependent on her Mary Jane. She uses it every single day, okay? If she doesn't have it, she has a bad day. But it has changed my sister's life for the positive. She has glaucoma, like for real. And because of being able to use Mary Jane, her glaucoma is her levels in her eyes, the pressure is going down. Okay? But she ain't going to come up to you and tell you, I'm not dependent on MJ. It ain't addicting. It's not dependent of habit forming. No. She's like, heck yeah. But you know what? It works for her. And it's helping to save her life and helping to keep her vision. And so I wish there was a better way, but I feel like every person has to go through their denial stage. You know what I'm saying? Where they get offended if people talk about the medication or the plant that they're utilizing, and that kind of thing. And I'm not trying to listen to me. I'm the last person to want to perpetuate stigma of any kind. But I just feel like it's so wrong to not share both sides of all these things. Both sides of the coin, which is, hey, yeah, MJ's helping my sister. Her vision, it's helping my sister hold on to her vision longer. But she'll be the first one to tell you she's dependent on it. She don't want to go without it. And if she does, everybody else better watch the fuck out. No, I'm just playing. But she's not going to kill nobody or anything like that. But you know what I'm saying? And I feel like people have to just come to their own, they just have to come out of denial on their own. And you guys are literally watching me like come from full circle out of denial, out of denial from Suboxone. And so, like I said, the medication saved my life. It's helped me so much, right? But I never want to tell people, things like, no, it's not addicting, or no, it's not habit forming, or no, you can't become dependent on it, because that's not the truth. So I wish we could get that same transparency from other communities online. And I feel like they're just not ready to be transparent. And this is also with people that use medical marijuana. My sister, she's transparent as hell. But I'm talking about people who they are utilizing medical marijuana and they just will not be honest about it. They'll say, no, marijuana is not addicting. No, you cannot become dependent on it. Same with the KT community. And it's like, do not lie. Stop lying to people. How can we truly help people if we're not being honest with them, dude? Like, how can somebody make a educated decision on what to use for their recovery if we're not honest? And believe me, like I said, I understand, because I did the same thing for many years. I got to go through my damn YouTube videos and take a bunch of videos down, man, because I've literally come out, of the shadows, and I want people to have and be able to make a full-on good decision when they're choosing their pathway to recovery. I was literally in wars with people because of Suboxone, because of how passionate I was about Suboxone. In wars with other content creators and recovery advocates because of my undying need to validate my recovery with Suboxone. You know what I'm saying? And so, do y'all understand? Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Because I feel like people are going to take what I'm saying out of context. I already know. I already see people sharing my video. It's already, and it hadn't even been up for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know people are going to start trying to take what I'm saying and say this, that, and the third. I want you to disconnect your attachment to whatever you're using to stay sober. And I want you to hear what I'm saying, okay? And it's awesome when I see people who are utilizing these things, and they do say, yeah, you're right, Nicole, I am dependent on it. But I'd rather be dependent on my KT or my medical marijuana than to be out there in them streets getting high all the time, right? Girl, I ain't coming off. I paused my taper. If you was actually here listening to something, you'd know that. But it's the truth. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the truth. And that's what this is all about. It's about the truth and helping other people who are trying to find recovery and utilize different pathways to recovery. Like, okay, it's like this. It's like the doctors who don't tell you, hey, when you get on Suboxone, in order to come off of it, you're going to need to taper, and it might be hard for you, right? Thank you, Rockin' Recovery Mom. And I love my Suboxone, but I'm completely dependent on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about. The transparency, man. The transparency. I would love to hear that from other people, right? And from other people, and them say, yeah, I love my KT, but I am completely dependent on it. If I don't wake up and take it in the mornings, I'm not going to have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not bashing you. I'm not bashing you if that's what you're going through, because I'm going through the same damn thing. I'm just trying to be honest and real about it, instead of fighting back and forth with people who don't want to open their hearts and minds and be straight up real about it. You know what I'm saying? How can we help people that are wanting to find ways to get sober and don't want to do abstinence if we're not being honest and truthful about it? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And yeah, after being on Suboxone for almost 7 years, I do know a lot of fucking shit about that motherfucking medication. I've been on it for almost fucking 10 years, dude. Like, I know a lot about Suboxone. Okay? And I've learned a lot from being on here on TikTok about different medications. And I've learned a lot about Suboxone by working with my boss, who is a literal Suboxone provider. You know? But when people reach out to me and they say, Nicole, hey, Dave, thank you, love you. And when people reach out to me and they say, hey, Nicole, what do you think about me getting on subs? Now, I let them know every part of it. I let them know, hey, man, just so you know, this is my experience with Suboxone. This is how it has been. This is what I'm doing, right? This is the struggles that I've had, okay? Is that saying that I don't support it? No, I'm literally on Suboxone. It's just me being completely honest with the person and preparing them, right, for everything that they might encounter in the future if they decide to utilize MAT. Love you, Shell. And I wish more people were willing to be honest like that. You know? So that's all I'm saying. And if you're here and your panties are in the wad because I say that KT can have you forming a dependence or an addiction, if that makes you feel some type of way, you're in denial. Just like I was 4 years ago about Suboxone. Because when people would tell me, hey, I'm addicted to Suboxone, I would literally argue with them until the cows came home. I'm talking, one dude told me he was snorting fucking 15 Suboxone pills a day. You can't be addicted to Suboxone. There's no way you can get high on it. No, there is, and you can be. And people do divert their medication, and I see it happen all the time. So stop being in denial, man, and just fucking be real about it. You know what I'm saying? So many people on this app are, so worried about appeasing to what other people say. I'm not anymore, y'all. I'm not. I'm on Suboxone. I know that if you divert your medication, you can get high on Suboxone. I know if you don't take your Suboxone for 6 days and then take an 8 milligram strip, it's going to fuck you up. I know. Personal experience. Okay? I'm just tired of people lying, man. And I'm telling you, I know this because I am on Suboxone. I know this because I have personal experience. I know this because I work with people who struggle with addictions to Suboxone. Okay? Just like I know people do the same thing with KT. Okay? So if you come in on your account and you're saying, KT that isn't habit form, KT is not addicting, KT doesn't cause dependence. Oh, you're only fooling yourself, man. You're only fooling yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm finally getting honest with myself. I am dependent on Suboxone. If I don't have Suboxone for a couple days, I'm sick. And I feel like shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel so horrible that I couldn't see that I was in denial. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad because I feel like I led some people. I feel like I put out a lot of information out there that was one-sided. And now I'm trying to put out information that's all-encompassing. Do y'all know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say it because I don't want to get this taken down, you guys. But just try to go through your mind and think about plant medicine that starts with a K, okay? So, like I said, this isn't a personal attack on that plant medicine community, right? It's just like something I'm observing and I'm noticing. Today, I had made a post in a group about my struggles coming off Suboxone and where I screwed up my taper and all that stuff. And this lady messaged me. She's really kind of upset about the fact that I shared that in one of her groups about K. And I was like, why would you be upset about that? You would actually think that you would be helpful and think, hey guys, there's people that are trying to get off Suboxone who might benefit from taking K, right? But instead, people get offended that we're trying to share our experience with Suboxone, and it's a dividing the community. Just like it's dividing the community with the pain patients who are constantly acting like Suboxone is the problem and that addicts are the problem, when it's not addicts or Suboxone at all. It's the bigger picture, which is big pharma, right? And so it's the same thing happening in the MAT community and the K community, okay? People in the MAT community and the K community, instead of working together and helping each other, people want to talk shit. I know this because people make videos about me every single day that are in the K community, because they are so bent out of shape that I'm actually saying, hey, you can form a dependence to K. You can become addicted to K. People get mad at me because I tell them that I have friends that are taking 60 to 100 grams, okay, of that stuff. You know, cray, there you go, cray. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. And so people get mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, why are you mad? Like, I'm literally, but I do understand. I do understand why you're mad, because I was just like you at one point with Suboxone. And so that's what I'm trying to put out here, you guys, is that I was the same way about Suboxone, just so you know. And so I understand, but I also want people to understand that, you know, that eventually you're going to have to be honest with yourself, okay? You're going to have to be honest with yourself. And like I said, eventually, if you are utilizing this medication or this plant and you don't want to utilize it anymore, right? You want to be abstinent from things, then you're going to have to work your way off of it. You know what I'm saying? And it might be difficult for you. It could be challenging, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Being on K or medical marijuana or Suboxone or Vitrol or methadone is way better than being out there in active addiction getting high every single day. Okay? Like, I consider you in recovery. I consider you sober if you're utilizing those plants and that medication. You know why? Because the definition of sober is without alcohol. And, damn, my fucking brush fell apart. And because recovery is to gain back what you lost. Okay? Recovery is about healing from the inside out and turning your life around and building a whole new life that you didn't have when you were in active addiction. So I'm like 100% the biggest supporter of MAT of any kind, whether it be medical marijuana or cray tea. Okay? I support all that shit, man, 100%. But what the K community, the Kratom community is going to do is they're going to take me saying this and they're going to get mad. And they're going to attack me. And they're going to say, all I want to do is get people hooked on Suboxone. When I'm literally saying, I know that Kratom can help people get off Suboxone because I've seen it happen. I'm literally saying it out of my motherfucking mouth right now. And my videos will get taken out of context and people will make me the bad guy when all I'm doing is spitting motherfucking facts. I'm trying to help people be educated in all aspects. Hold on, let me see what you said, Gen Z. Well, because here's the thing, baby. Because being on Subutex and being on Suboxone is the exact same thing. Because Subutex, the active ingredient in it is buprenorphine. And that's what's going to keep you from being able to use other opiates. So you're actually super duper safe. You're going to be just fine. That's probably why, because there's nothing to be worried about. And this is what I learned from people here on TikTok and from Dr. B just recently, that the naloxone in Suboxone is not even it's only available its bioavailability is very low. And so the active ingredient is it's buprenorphine. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that from people here on TikTok, you know? And so I'm learning every single day. You know what I mean? And so the active ingredient in Subutex is the buprenorphine. And so that's why I'm trying to help people to learn, because I've been learning. And I think we can all help each other learn. You know what I'm saying? And I think that instead of creating divide within the MAC community and the plant medicine community, we should all be helping each other, because we can literally be helping each other change each other's lives. The plant medicine community could be helping people on MAT if they want to get off, and people in the plant medicine or MAT community could be helping people who want to come off plant medicine, right? Who are like, yeah, I've been on Cray-T for a really long time. It's not working for me anymore. I'm taking way too much. I don't want to come off cold turkey, and I'm scared, maybe I could do a low dose of Suboxone and then taper off that. But instead, we got people making hate videos about people who are trying to help all people in all the communities. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people in all the addiction recovery communities, and so, like I said, I know this video will literally get taken out of context, and people will say, oh, Nicole's this. I love Sublocade. I think it's amazing. If you can get on it, then I totally recommend it. Oh, Nicole doesn't support plant medicine. Bullshit, dude. I used plant medicine in my detox. It was helping me so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I 100% support it. You know what I mean? But I've been through all of it, and I've also worked with people who are trying to come off of all these things. Plant medicine, Cray-T, and subs, right? And you shouldn't have to, Ryan, but there are people who are using Cray-T, like I said, and taking 60 milligrams, 100 milligrams, copious, big-ass fucking teaspoons of this shit every single day. And that's where the Cray-T community is turning a blind eye and shunning people who are struggling with addiction to kratom. I see it happen every single day. They just need to taper. Well, because a person is struggling with addiction to that substance, they can't taper. They try, and they're addicted, just like a person is addicted to opiates or a person that's addicted to Suboxone. And so there's circumstances for every situation. And so you can't just throw out a blanket statement and say, no person should ever have to get on subs to come off kratom, because you might be an exception to that rule because you're only taking 4 grams of kratom a day. But like I say, I see people coming through detox who are taking 60 to 100 grams of kratom a day. So that would be like me saying, if you're on hydros, you shouldn't use Suboxone to come off hydrocodone. There's people out there that are eating 30 fucking hydrocodones a day. Open your mind. Open your heart. Step out of denial, okay? Just like I'm stepping out of denial with Suboxone, okay? Every situation is different. Every person is different. And being underneath a medical doctor's care, having therapy while you're taking your medication. And I'm not jumping on you, Ryan. I'm just saying, I'm answering your question or your comments back. I love you. Every situation is different, right? Where somebody might abuse kratom, they might do great on Suboxone. I've seen it, and I've seen people do horrible on Suboxone and do amazing on kratom. And that's what I'm trying to show people. But people don't want to hear that, man. They don't want to hear that. They are, like I said, it's denial. It's denial, because I know, because I was in it too. So I totally understand. So I didn't wake up this morning and choose violence. I was actually, like I said, posting about my sub withdrawal and my sub struggles. And I posted it in a kratom group that I support. And this lady messaged me, was all rude and blocked me and shit. And I was like, she's in denial. Just like she says to me, kratom's a food. Sure, whatever you want to call it, man. Fucking sugar. sugar, coffee, right? Whatever. I don't care. It's in the coffee family, whatever you want to call it. We cannot negate the fact that people are struggling. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That would be like me saying medical marijuana is a food. And so do y'all see what I'm trying to say here? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. And like I said, I support utilizing these things. I just wish that people who are like so loud speaking out about these things would come full circle and step out of denial and be honest with it about everything. And also take into consideration that not everyone is going to be able to respond to it like you do. Just like I have taken into consideration that not everyone can take Suboxone as prescribed. And like I said, there was a time where I would tell you was a lying dog if you said somebody was addicted to Suboxone. I would get so mad about it, man. I cannot deny what I've seen with my own motherfucking eyes. And that's what's happened to me, is the wool that was pulled over my eyes for so long has been pulled off my eyes, and I see it. I see it. When you work in treatment, you guys, and you are helping people and they're calling every day and telling you about their struggles, and I'm on the phone with somebody and they're crying their eyes out because they cannot stop spending hundreds of dollars on Kratom a week, or hundreds of dollars on Suboxone off the street a week, or hundreds and hundreds of dollars off drugs, right? I'm seeing it now. You know what I'm saying? And so, anyway, I owe everyone here an apology. Mostly people on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to post this video on YouTube. I owe people an apology, man, for being so blind and not getting real with myself. You know what I'm saying? And the bottom line is the risks, the benefits of you being on MAT or utilizing something that is helping you in a positive way, like plant medicine, the benefits of you being on that and utilizing it to help you stay sober way outweigh anything. And the risk of you trying to come off of it because of what other people think and their fucking stigma and their shame, you go out, relapse, and you die. So I say do whatever you got to do to stay sober. I say if you're a person who smoked crack all day and fucking taking fucking Suboxone to help you stay sober helps you, whatever you got to do, man. Like I said, whatever you got to do. All right? Like, I'm just at the point where I don't want people to die. You know? And damn, I feel like I've just had like a spiritual awakening or something. Like, I just feel like I've had like such an aha moment. Like, I can't deny what I see with my own eye. That is a good bumper sticker. Yeah, so, and I couldn't see these things before because I wasn't actively working with people. Like, for instance, I got so mad at my friend Jimmy because he was like, you know, kind of talking about Suboxone and saying how doctors are too easy to prescribe it, this, that, and the third. Hold on, Paco. I was so mad at him. And then now I totally understand. I totally understand what he's trying to say and why he wants people to be well informed before starting a medication. And that's how I want people to be. I want them to be well informed with everything, not just subs and methadone, but well informed about plant medicine also. I'm also stepping out and I'm learning a lot more about Ibogaine. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all are going to be seeing a lot of change around here. And I hope that if you guys are struggling with anything and I can help you, you know, I will. But like I said, I'm never going to judge you for using something that helps you stay sober. Okay? I'm never going to judge you. You will not catch me judging you for being on Kratom. Okay? I am literally on subs. It helps me stay sober. It helps me keep a needle out of my arm. How the fuck am I going to judge you for taking plant medicine? I'm coming, little dude. I'm coming. You got to go potty. But, like I said, watch the videos pop up. People like, she's so full of shit. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? And I'm literally saying it right here. Like, I 100% support you. I 100% support you. I believe in you. I believe in plant medicine. Sometimes I wish I could have taken the plant medicine route instead of the medication route. But for me, because I'm such a freaking drug addict, I couldn't regulate my own intake. You know what I'm saying? If you can regulate your own intake and not overtake something, man, my hat's off to you. That wasn't my experience. I'd be taking so much of it, you know? No, you can absolutely get high on Suboxone. You just have to divert the medication. If you're on it and you take it every single day and it builds up in your system, then no. But if you stop taking it abruptly and stay off of it for like 5 days, then when you reintroduce it into your system, yes, it will give you a euphoria. I would not admit that 5 years ago. I would fucking lie and tell you it didn't. Because I didn't want to be honest. Because like I said, I was so connected to this medication that helped save my life. I didn't want to see the truth. You know? So, the truth. That's all. It's just the truth. That's all. People don't like me because, especially recently, because I'm starting to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've learned online is that when you are real and you just share the whole truth, whether it fucking fits your narrative or not, people don't like that, man. People do not like that. I'm not trying to fit a narrative today. I don't need to get you into a Suboxone doctor. I don't make money off that. I don't need to get you on Decay. I don't need to get you on medical marijuana. I don't make money off that. I'm just trying to help everybody. I'm not trying to fit a narrative. I'm not trying to get customers. I'm not a treatment center. I'm literally just me. That's where a lot of y'all are wrong. And a lot of y'all have fucking judgments of me because I work for a MAT doctor. I work scheduling people that are already calling looking for the treatment. I don't have to go out and find people. There's plenty of people who are already needing it and wanting it. I don't have to do anything. But when you're in denial and you're ashamed and you don't feel comfortable with hearing other people's opinions, then you make videos that fit your narrative. I know this because I used to do the same thing. You know? So. Yeah, you can get it in vape shops a lot of places. In Florida, they told me it's real big. But like I said, if that helps you, I'm 100% behind you. How can I judge you? I'm on Suboxone. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to talk about that. I feel like I said a lot, and I know a lot of people are going to be upset about it. And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm sorry if you think I don't support you, because that's the farthest thing from the truth. I support you 100%. What I support, too, is the truth and honesty and setting people up for success and not blindsiding them like I was blindsided. When I tried to come off Suboxone, I had been told so many times how easy it was going to be for me. I wasn't going to have a hard time as long as I tapered low and slow. And now I'm struggling. I go to the doctor today at 1:45, so I'll update y'all when I get back. And I wish that I had listened. I wish I had listened to people who were trying to let me know. You know what I'm saying? I owe a lot of people an apology. I owe Richie Reber an apology for attacking him all the time. All he was trying to do was not set me up for failure. He wanted, and that's what I truly believe. I truly believe that people who are sharing this with you guys who are abstinent, they're just trying to help you to not get caught off guard like I did. My doctor never talked to me, dude, about what it would be like when I came off. They didn't say nothing to me about that when I started Suboxone. They also didn't tell me that I was going to experience, had no idea. I knew it was an opioid, so I knew from common sense that I would go through withdrawal. But think about people who don't really know that, or they don't have common sense, or they're just, you know what I'm saying? Like, those people don't know, and then they get caught off guard. And they get, I was actually talking to my friend about that last night. We were talking about it. And I have like a reputable vendor I can get it from. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get into therapy right now and then talk to my doctor about everything. But it's always an option for me. Always. And if I go that route, I'll let y'all know. For real. I'm pretty disciplined now when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I think I could be fine. But like I said, I'm going to the doctor today, so I'm not trying to make any decisions until I see the doctor. But like I said, Ryan, watch You Know Who post a video so fucking mad. She's going to be fucking barking and barking and barking because of what I'm talking about today. So y'all enjoy it. Because it's going to be some drama over there on that side of things. But not here, like I said. I support you no matter what. I'm just trying to be more honest with people about things that, like, I've experienced. And I was literally thinking about it. And because I was in, like I said, I was talking to this lady in the Kratom group, and she got so angry at me because I told her about people that were becoming addicted, that were on this medication or on it and taking like a whole bunch, you know? And she got pissed, dude. Because she didn't want to hear that. She didn't want to hear that. And I totally understand why she doesn't want to hear it. Because that's exactly how it was when I first started Suboxone. So. Oh, Cod, you already know, honey. You already know. And see, that's the thing, like when you reach when you're reaching, okay, so for instance, like I said, I feel like I'm coming full circle and reaching kind of like a spiritual awakening of sorts, right? Coming out of denial into honesty and transparency. When you're doing that and other people aren't on the same wavelength as you, then they're going to hear what you're saying as an attack, as a personal attack, okay, on you. When all I'm trying to do is be straight up. You know what I mean? And so if you come to my page and you hear what I have to say about plant medicine and you take it as a personal attack, it's because you haven't awoken. You haven't come out of the shadow of denial yet. And I can totally relate to that, man. Because I was in denial too about Suboxone for many, many years. Many years. I used to, like I said, fight people in the comment section, y'all. Fight people. Make huge, mean videos, right? About it. And fucking yell at people and get mad and scream and all kinds of stuff. Be so fucking, what's it called? Aggressive. Because I felt like I had to defend Suboxone. If something's working for you and it saved your life, you ain't got to defend it. You don't have to defend it. If it's working, then you just do it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey Dan, what's up, baby? I just seen your comment come through. So that's my 2 cents on that matter, y'all. I'm going to get ready to go pick up my son, and then I got to go to the doctor. I'll keep y'all updated on how I'm doing and what me and my doctor decide. And pray for me, okay? Just pray for me. I'm trying to do what's best for me. I'm trying to regroup after, not being able to successfully taper off Suboxone. And I want to, like I said, be honest with people about that and share my struggle transparently. And hopefully we can all have grown-up conversations about things without, like I said, taking things personally. All right? I support you no matter what pathway to recovery you choose. If it's keeping a needle out of your arm or them pills out of your throat, I 100% support you. You got to hear me when I'm saying that. Like, I do not judge you at all. Plant medicine is 100% a valid form of recovery. I've seen it. I know it is. Okay. Just like MAT is a valid form of recovery, just like abstinence is, just like people need to be on mental health meds. Okay. Hear what I'm saying and don't take what I'm saying as an attack on you because you're on what I'm talking about. Okay? Because I understand I was the same way. And if you do take it as an attack, I hope that in a couple of years or 6 months, you can come back to this and realize that I was just trying to share all sides of everything, because I want people to be able to make the best decisions possible when choosing their pathway to recovery. All right? All right. What you got to say, Fix? I'm about to sign off. What you got to say, baby? Yeah, what's up? And it's hard for me to come on here and admit, you guys, that I was in denial, okay, for years. All right? Just know that. It's hard for me to say that. It takes a big person to admit when they were struggling with something. It takes a big person to come on here and say, I fucked up my Suboxone taper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how many people are just waiting for me to fail? How many people are just waiting to judge me? You know how many people are laughing behind my back and posting video? Do you know how many people, then do you know how many people are supporting me? Do you know how many people I'm fucking helping? Because they are going through the same thing too. There's more people that support me and that are going through the same thing than that are not. But I'm just telling you guys, like, that's the stuff that goes through a person who is sharing this kind of information's mind. What will they think about me? What will they say? You know what I'm saying? So, I love you guys. If you want to ask me a question, just send me the DM, Fix. I'm going to jump off here. I love you guys very much. Catch you on the flip side.